Welcome to Drawing in Your Sketchbook. My theme for this art journal or sketchbook is Hong Kong. I find that if I start with a theme or an idea about the direction I want to take or explore at the beginning, the task of working on it and completing it is not so daunting or intimidating. I also did not start on page 1. I found a page where the background spoke to me and it connected with the subject matter. I prepped many pages before drawing using jelly printing with stencils and botanicals. I will link the site below if you are interested in watching it. So in this case, I chose the Hung Shin Temple on Queen's Road East in Wong Chai in Hong Kong. It's a building that I really love and I pass by it often when I go downtown. Juxtaposing or placing next to the more modern architecture structures of Hong Kong and the traffic lights, which I think are awesome. It just makes for a more interesting piece if you can pop together or juxtapose really interesting differing styles of architecture or design. So the photograph I was working off accidentally expanded on my computer and cut off part of the building. This accident helped me with my composition and I decided to use it in my artwork, which is why some of the building has been cut off. So for this drawing, I used 3 fine liners, a 0.5, a 0.3 and a 0.05 fine liner. I also use black ink, as you can see here. This creates the tone and the shadowing and gives the piece some depth. There are so many ways to complete a drawing. Sometimes I'll use a pencil and I'll draw all the outlines. Sometimes I'll break it down and work on chunks first, drawing the outline and then placing in the detail. Whilst I would usually suggest that you did all the outline drawing first before you put the details in, I do find that I get a bit bored if I'm just doing that, so I tend to work in chunks these days. I find that keeps my interest going and the piece comes together and I can see it come together, which keeps me motivated. When prepping for this, I also printed extra onto tracing paper, creating pieces for the collage you see here. Tracing paper allows me to see the image I have already drawn and to cut it out a little more accurately. I have been jelly printing for many years, but I have only just bought these gorgeous new stencils. This stencil here is of a tree and I felt like it was very apt. It sits really well on the page and you'll notice I'll cut out another part and add to the other side of the page. When I draw in this particular style, my details are fairly accurate, as are the dimensions, perspective and proportions. But I do like to take some artistic licenses at times. If I feel that the composition as a whole will benefit from altering a few things or modifying a few details, I will do that. I really like to lose myself in a drawing. I also see the drawing as a puzzle that needs to be resolved. I get a great deal of satisfaction from resolving a tricky problem. You can see here that I am sewing some of this work onto the piece, or at least putting in some stitches with a needle and thread. I am a massive fan of sewing and embroidery, so this really feels quite natural and it adds another dimension to the work. It makes it much more tactile and interesting. So I have finished the first of many pieces for this sketchbook and I'm quite happy with the results. Enjoy.